Because I don't have appetite eating, but I'll try later.
And she's going to a birthday party, and who knows, maybe I will, depending on the weather.
The weather.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's calling me. My friend is here.
If it is raining, like yesterday, it rained hard, but then it stopped.
Look, baby.
Did it rain? Did it rain later?
I don't know. The forecast is rain.
The forecast is rain. So, my last meal was on. This is the 14th, February the 14th. My last meal, I finished eating. Probably, it was about I think 3 o'clock on February the 12th. So here we are at 1 o'clock on Valentine's Day. This is my Valentine's Day meal. And unfortunately, Jen is sick, so she didn't want to go out today, which is okay because I found that here in the Philippines, everybody goes out on Valentine's Day. So good luck finding a little restaurant where you can eat at or something like that. It's just not a good day for me because I'm retired and because we have our own sort of little thing that we do. Jen and I can go out anytime. We always do. We just go out at our convenience. And so we're having fun every day. So another amazing meal. This is my Valentine's Day meal. And again, Jen is not feeling good. She's under the weather. We had to take our granddaughter to the emergency room on the 12th, which was also a birthday party that we attended. So we went to the hospital, and Jen is always like the doting mother, and so kind of she has that trauma, so she tends to put everybody in a little bit of the panic mode that she experiences. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Thank you for watching, guys. So, my friends, it has been 46 hours about since I've had any food. And this is papaya, green papaya. And this is I think it's much like a diet that Dr. Eric Westman would approve of. Oh, let's see. Oh. Okay. This is like a lampo or bagnat. It's like the pork belly, the pork jowls. Delicious. Not as kind of good.
So how is it?
That's delicious, baby. Of course, it's been 46 hours since I've eaten.
Hi, Paula. Happy birthday. Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys.
How's the bagnet?
It's good. Kind of firm, but good.
Yeah, because that is liempo ribs, not the jaw. It's more meat.
That's delicious. This is probably the same thing. No, I think this is chicken. Oh. So, oh yeah, because Jen was going to make a chicken soup because she's not feeling good. I see she's got some kangkong in here, a little bit of malunggay, green beans, Nice and salty too. A little bit of the pepper, onions, and chicken. So one of these days, guys, we're going to start getting some money from YouTube, which will really be helpful. Then we can get some better equipment and get things going and start making better YouTube videos. And one of the things I want to do is tell your story and find out, wow, what motivates you? What gets you to doing the things you do? And are you exercising every day? Are you eating healthy, keto? And I want to find those people who exercise and eating keto. And are you studying every day, learning a little bit, getting some understanding of the world? This is how you really live life. Think of it this way, guys. Think of life as a game. And we can be in that win-win scenario where everybody's winning. A game where we all learn to work and cooperate together to have the best life that we possibly can. Yeah, it's got a nice ginger spice here to it. One of these days, Jen and I, our goal, our vision of the world is Bayanihan. Everybody uniting and living and working together. And things are coming around slowly but surely. I know there's a lot of fear mongering people out there who say, "Oh, the world's getting worse," and okay, I don't think so. I see there's a lot of loving, caring people out there who all want to have a good life and they want health. And that's the thing with Jen and me, is get people eating healthy, get people exercising, and get them some knowledge so that they can understand this world. That was good. So this is kind of a pork rib here. You see that rib bone in there. Delicious. It's a little firmer than I'm used to. I've really gotten used to this really high fatty kind of part of. I really love pork fat. Kind of funny because when I grew up in the U.S., um, I always kind of avoided the fatty part. I'd cut it off. And now it's like, oh no, give me that fat. Give me that bone marrow. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Better than butter. My friends, pigs are magical creatures because they turn vegetables into this beautiful meat. One of these days, my dream is when we have our own. Well, we've got our own place here, but we got to get it fixed up. And we got to have room for our animals because I love animals. Not so much dogs, but I'm going to have a pig instead of a dog. You know, one of those little pot-bellied pigs. Hmm. And believe it or not, guys, pigs are really clean animals. The reason most people think of them as dirty is because of the way they're farmed and raised now. So I really love the huge pigs. You know, the ones that weigh like 200 kilos, but it's like, I'm not going to have a pig like that. Number one, they eat too much. And any pig that we get as a pet, you know, we will never use it for any kind of food. It's going to be a pet. Same thing with our chickens. We don't eat our own chickens. We go to the supermarket and buy them. Now, Jen's brother, her brothers, and her boys, and their friends in the neighborhood come here and they roast a pig all the time, you know, once a month, twice a month sometimes. And I'll tell you what, I've seen a lot of it. And, you know, when they go through the whole process, they bring the pigs here alive, and let's say afterwards, well, they're pork. I've witnessed that a lot of times, and I don't even like it with pigs I don't know. My thing with all animals that are being farmed for food is that they have a very comfortable life all the way up until the time they're farmed for food. And then I think they should be killed humanely, which I think is where the word kosher came from. This is a humane way of killing animals. Mm. Love chicken, love fish, love pork. I'm a lucky guy. Mm. I love green beans. My mother, that was one of the few things that she really liked to cook that I loved. She always, for the holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, we celebrated all the holidays in style because my mother was a school teacher. And so, whatever the holiday was, Halloween, Easter, Christmas, whatever, the house was always fully decorated. And I guess you would call it the motif of whatever the holiday was. So, wonderful time. And she would make this, you know, it's just these green beans here. And she would take onions and bacon. And she would just slow cook that. I think she got it from my dad because he was a real chef. And they would cook that up, and then they'd add some like cream to it. And like, wow, that was so good. So any of you guys out there that are having trouble eating some vegetables, I like vegetables because they got phytochemicals, they got a little bit of fiber. I know they say it's not necessary, but I like it. And I kind of go with Dr. Eric Westman's kind of approach with kind of a modified keto whole foods diet, a very low carb, less than 20 grams a day. I'm probably even less than that. That's a healthy diet. And I'm totally convinced that 90% of all the world's problems can be pretty much healed with diet and exercise alone. Just it. That intermittent fasting, modified keto diet, and exercise. If you can do that, you can end up like me. 71 years old, ticker's still working, good blood pressure, low blood sugars. I mean, not low, but good blood sugars, 100, right around there. Blood pressure, 120/80, sometimes 110/70. Depends. You got to exercise. So one of the nice things about exercise that most people don't think of is your stomach motility, because your stomach's going to get moving and move all that food through it. And the other thing is your breathing. If you're exercising, you get that deep breathing going on. And if you're going to sit there and meditate and try to focus on your breath, good luck creating that deep breathing. I tried it for years. It didn't work. I didn't have the patience to sit still that long. However, when I went through my existential crisis, that's another story, at the age of 54 and 3/4, I did go into kind of a trance-like state where I was very introspective and really didn't have much in the way of thoughts. Because that's when I realized I just needed to be aware. And so that's when I really developed my conscious awareness. Now, I'd been doing it over the years, but I found if you can develop because it's just a property of the human brain. Every one of us have the ability to be super consciously aware of what's going on all the time, but we don't practice. And that's what meditation does for you. And when you can develop that super aware ability, I think they should teach this to all the kids in school. And the way you do it, it's like playing a game. If you can get the kids to play that little game of just listening for sounds or looking for objects and just being, or, focusing on the breath, well, it kind of works, but it's funner if you play a game. Because the interesting thing is conscious awareness occurs in this prefrontal lobe, that big lobe in the front of your brain. All of the default mode stuff occurs in the lower back part of your brain where you're thinking too much. And that's the interesting thing about the default mode, is that's where you default to if you've been trained into that emotional thinking pattern. And then your emotions begin to run your life. And wow, what a mess that is. Well, you can see the world. I think that's why a lot of people, my guess is that they think the world's deteriorating. It's because they're deteriorating. They haven't really learned to identify that part of their brain that really has that ability to be really super aware all the time. That's like a superpower. That's the one superpower that all human beings have, that no other animal on this planet has. And when you develop that super conscious awareness in your brain, that's when you learn to really focus and concentrate. I know they give a lot of kids the ADD medications and like that. Oh, you can't focus, you can't focus. You got to pay attention, you got to concentrate. It doesn't work. You got to teach them. The way you teach them is you play games where they get to focus. And like any muscle, the more they focus, the better it gets. And when you learn to be super aware and just shine that focus down on anything you want to do, that's when things start happening. That's how I lost all this weight. If you're going to lose weight, or if you're going to play the piano, or if you're going to dance like Fred Astaire, or anything in life that you do, you have to be able to focus. You can't focus if you're not using your top brain. If you're down there in the default mode network, good luck. Too emotional. And that being said, people are kind of stuck. They're stuck down there in that default mode network because that's what we're trained. Mm. I got a real chewy piece of meat there, and I add a little liquid to it to help soften that up. So the default mode network are those brain regions where you're emotionally thinking. And the default mode network, when you're thinking emotionally, you're feeling all those emotions. Emotions and feelings are different. Emotion is the energy wave, and the limbic brain is where you feel it. So you're sensing those emotions, and they come in through sight, sound, smells, touch, feelings, proprioception, taste. If any one of those is off, you're not feeling good, messes with your emotions. So now you've got internal and external emotions and perceptions stimulating that limbic brain, but you're also projecting emotions. And you can get stuck into an emotional feedback loop that is not pleasant. You can break that cycle with training. Most people get into meta states, and if you don't understand meta states, it's I think it was C. Michael Hall kind of wrote about this. He's an NLP guy, and he talks about it quite a bit. And it's these states that you jump from one state to another. Like, let's say you're eating at a restaurant and you're just totally grubbing down on your food and enjoying it, and then you happen to look up and you see everybody staring at you. First you notice one person staring and they're smiling, and so you're going, oh, they're smiling at me. And then you look around and everybody else is smiling, then your mind starts to jump around. It's like, why is everybody looking at me? Do I have something on me? And then it's like, no. Did I do something wrong? No, they're all laughing or smiling. It's like, what's going on? And now you jump to the state of, oh, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. So you jump from one state to another, to another, to another, and it's like, wow, you get stuck in this little meta state confusion. So it's like, let's say you're trying to go onto a diet, right? And you sit down and you eat a beautiful meal like this, but then at the end you go, oh, I'm still hungry and I want that piece of cake, but you're on a diet. And so you go ahead and you eat that piece of cake. Now what happens is you feel guilty. Now you got that vibration in your brain that says, oh, I wish I'd done that. So now you become judgmental. So you jump from making a mistake to guilt to going into judgment. And so now you're judgmental. And then what happens is you want to soothe that judgmental state. So then you go, well, maybe that cake was a good idea. And so then you rationalize it. Negative feedback loop. I'll be putting up videos to talk about that. Of all the emotions, the worst one is probably anxiety. And people don't understand that anxiety is that it's usually a very unpleasant feeling where maybe you've got a challenge that's too high, so you're overwhelmed. Or maybe the challenge isn't really that high, but you've got poor skills, and so you're being put up there and people want you to perform, and so now you're having anxiety. Well, it's an unpleasant feeling in your brain. Feelings only occur in your brain, by the way. So you got this unpleasant feeling in your brain, and this can lead to depression. But it stimulates a whole bunch of...
Oh, hi, sir. From Baby Zibet Vlog. Hello.
I'm just yammering away.
Huh?
I'm just talking and eating.
Can I invite you?
Mm-hmm. Come on down.
Sir, what is your religion? Can I invite you?
Jen and I don't believe in religion. We find if you believe in God, and I'm okay with anybody who believes in God, there's no evidence for it, but we're okay with that. We find that people who believe in God, you don't have to be religious, because there's 3 truths about all religions. Number 1, you've got 4,000 plus religions on this planet. So they're either all right, so every one of these religions is correct, which doesn't seem likely. Number 2, they're all wrong, which that seems very likely. Or number 3 is only one of them is right. That seems highly improbable. So,
Hi, Zaki. What's for lunch? Chicken soup and bagnet.
Yeah. Kind of like a pork rib bagnet, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Not as buttery as the
I have no appetite eating. Because I threw out last night and this morning.
Well, she went to the hospital with her granddaughter, and fortunately now our granddaughter's doing good. And so she went to the hospital. This was on the 12th. And she just, I don't know, you were there until what? You didn't get home until 3 in the morning?
Yeah.
This was kind of was this little argument with this nurse she had.
Be careful with your chili.
Wow, that was hot. I liked it though. Holy smokes. Whew. It's just really burning.
Drink. Can I invite you for one on Bible study? Want to see your reaction for that. I'm with Crystal. I've been there.
Yes. Wow.
And I don't. Sorry, baby.
The nice thing is if you're
But don't get mistake on me. I respect it.
yeah. Well, we don't respect a religion, we respect you. No religion has any inherent need for respect. The religious belief is either true or it's not.
He know everything inside the Bible.
I don't know everything inside the Bible, but I know a lot of the Bible. I can tell you, I've been with the Galatian Christians before, born again Christians, and I can tell you, I can just read words out of the Bible and you guys get triggered. I mean it.
Happy Valentine's to you. I have a gift from my children. I just saw it in my room.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it's like a family tree. You know, speaking of a family tree, do you know that before when I was a kid, every time I'm making a family tree, it's like it's so hard to make it
Mm-hmm.
because
She didn't really know her father.
I really didn't know my family.
Mm-mm.
I didn't really know who's my
Mother killed
uncle.
herself at the age of 5 when Jen was 5.
I didn't know who's the relatives of my mother and my father, who is and who's that. I don't know anything. So every time they asking me what I put only the name of my father, my mother, and my brother and sister. That's all. And before I was too very attached with it. And every time I'm making that, I'm always crying. But
Yeah.
now I feel a little better than that.
What's trauma? Huge trauma.
And that is life.
Her life is hard.
I'm sorry, guys. I cannot eat. It's like my stomach refusing anything.
And we'll be going to a birthday party, but I hope she doesn't eat any of that stuff.
No, they will make vegetables and chicken. They said.
Mm. But I'll be full. I don't think I'll be
okay.
eating anything.
We will start our party by 3. So it's a Valentine's party and birthday party of my mommy loves Zumba. So we have that is all 3 of them will celebrate this February. So we
3 of them.
yeah.
Wow.
So we put all together. So we did not look so very rich. We will celebrate a birthday for 3 times a month. So just only I said once a month, put all together the food and let's celebrate.
Whoops.
I want to cook some food to bring, but I really have no energy. Maybe I cannot dance later, but we will do something. So hopefully
I'm getting full, baby.
it's getting full. Good for you, baby. Go. Hi, Zaki. That food sounds crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's a bad net. Look at this.
Now, guys, I don't know if you ever watch Nick Avocado, but that young man has put himself through hell, and now he's lost a bunch of weight, and he thinks he knows what he's doing, but I can tell you, he doesn't know what he's doing.
Hopefully he does.
He doesn't. He's got a lot of money, so he's going through a lot of surgeries now. You know, these tummy tucks and face surgery and things like that, and it's like, okay, whatever. He thinks he's the real clever guy. I can tell you, if you don't do things naturally, you can't take shortcuts. I guess you could, but I have seen the results when people take shortcuts, and I've never seen a good shortcut.
Who is that? Saki.
Zaki.
Nikocado Avocado, you don't know him?
Nick Avocado. He's a mukbanger.
He's a mukbanger.
I think he's got like several million followers.
Yeah.
A lot of people find him disgusting. I just feel sorry for him.
Oh, he don't know. Never heard of him. You can check.
Check the YouTubes. Some of these people who do the mukbangs are ruining their bodies. I saw the last video he did where he got the tummy tuck, which was just yesterday. And it's like, oh my God.
He's eating like a poor McDonald's burger. And
He had,
lots of rice.
He had 5 double or triple cheeseburgers. It's crazy. It's like, you're just going to go right back to where you were. He got up to like 400 pounds.
His name is Avocado, Nikocado.
Well, that's what he calls himself. Nikocado Avocado. Whoops.
Whoopsie.
That was so hot, I sneezed up a booger.
Oh, I saw it. Sorry.
And it went right into my soup, but I don't care. I'm going to eat it anyways, because that soup is good. And I love my boogers. Wow. Yeah, it was good.
Do you want me to use the tissue wiping my mouth? Wow, that's good for removing the snot.
Yeah.
You need to eat the chili and snot is go out.
Yeah, this is kind of disgusting, but
What is the liquid? It's a chicken soup
chicken soup.
with the chili.
Delicious.
That's supposed for me, but I cannot eat. No appetite, guys.
And that chili was a hot chili. It's still burning my tongue and mouth.
It's native chili here in the Philippines. It's a small chili.
Mm-hmm. There it is. This chili, if you eat them straight, holy crap, it'll practically knock you right on your butt. They are so hot. It's like, wow.
That's still green.
You touch your mouth and it's like, wow, it's hot on your lips, your tongue, the inside of your cheeks, all the way down your throat, down to here in my windpipe, all down past my windpipe. It burns, but I kind of like that. Kind of weird, but I like it.
Chili with a chili. Hi, Alwa. Alwa Lindborg.
Another amazing meal, guys.
Zaki is from Texas. Am I right? Am I right, Zaki?
Oh.
He's from Texas, and yes, yes. I remember you, Saki. JB didn't come back from Rhode Island.
So now, yesterday was my alternate day fasting, and I've been doing this. I've done it 6 times in a row now. So I go. So I started on February the 3rd. So I didn't eat any food on February the 3rd, and then on the 4th I ate my one meal, and then on the 5th I didn't eat any food that day, and then on the 6th I ate some food.
Alternate day.
Alternate day fasting and OMAD.
And since then, he lost like 4 kilos to
Almost 4 kilos. So I started out
77, right?
at 77 kilos, and now this morning I weighed, I think it
72.
was 72.4. That's 2 weeks though, almost. So that's kind of what I teach people how to do. Is I teach them how to intermittent fast, eat OMAD, alternate day fast. I don't recommend doing anything more than a 2-day fast because you want your energy levels to stay high because you got to work out. If you're going to burn fat and get healthy and get fit, you want to build muscle and burn fat. And so you use your own body fat and the loose skin to fuel this energy machine here. And then you work out vigorously for 2-3 hours every day, which is what I've been doing for years. I did it. And you might, I remember the story of Charles Atlas. He was like a 98-pound weakling. I was like a 306-pound weakling. I was, of course I wasn't that weak, but when you start losing weight, if you don't do it correctly, you're going to burn muscle and fat. And if you fast more than 3 days, you'll start burning muscle. You don't want to do that. You want to build muscle and burn fat. And then you can body shape. So one of the nice side effects to this way that we eat is it's easy to intermittent fast because you're not eating carbs. And carbs are the things that cause craving. You just stop craving food. You get hungry, but you don't crave it. Different. So I know a lot of young people out there, they're kind of single and they're alone, especially here on Valentine's Day. You start eating like this, you're going to get a fit, healthy, sexy body, like Jen and myself. And when you do this, it becomes a lot easier to hook up. Just saying. Plus, it's a status symbol. Wherever you go, people are going, all your narcissistic friends are going to be very jealous. Trust me, I know. We got a lot of them here in the Philippines. Oh, it's good. So this soup also has the cream cheese in it. Ginger. Kind of a nice after dinner kind of thing because chunk of ginger, and it's like I'm not only satisfied with the delicious meal, but then that suppresses that mouth craving, you know, that desire for that super savory umami type deliciousness that creates that masala taste in your mouth. Wow. A little bit salty. You know, you got the salt taste buds. I would recommend for any of you people who have overdone it on your sweet taste buds, give them a break. Just cut the sweets out of your diet for a week. You can do it. Just go low carb. Go with a good kind of a vegetable modified keto diet, like Dr. Eric Westman advises. It works. I've been doing this for 19 years now, guys. I started in 2006 on my birthday, January 29th, which happens to be the same day as Oprah Winfrey. So if any of you folks out there know, if any of my good friends know, or are in touch with somebody who's in touch with Oprah Winfrey, please tell her about our YouTube channel because I can save her life. And yes, she does need saving. I'm sorry, she's desperate. She's taking Ozempic. Or I should say just a GLP-1 inhibitor. Horrible idea. Horrible. Kind of like these guys who take steroids for bodybuilding. Not a good idea. Or like now Nikocado Avocado. He's taking vitamin supplements, and I don't know what else. I don't know if he's taking appetite suppressants because yesterday I looked at that food that he's eating, and it's like, wow, he had 2 things of these extra large French fries from McDonald's, and then he had those triple meat patty burgers, 4 of those, and he had a big hamburger besides that, which is even bigger than his triple patties, all covered in cheese. And I'm pretty sure he had a sugary Coke because I know he loves that sugary stuff. He's going to go right back to where he was because I know. I did that yo-yo dieting for years. You can't just starve the fat off. It doesn't work. You get this visceral fat. Once you get that visceral fat, that's the fat that's on your organs, you're screwed. Now, you can get rid of visceral fat, but it takes a monumental effort to get rid of your fatty liver, to heal your liver. It's going to take years of just dedicated intermittent fasting, low carb, and healthy, super healthy diet. Staying away from all the processed food, all that junk food. So here's a little bit of no sugar Gatorade. If you can at all avoid these sweetened drinks, I recommend that too. But for me, it's a crutch. Helps me. And I'd say better go with a little bit of a crutch than to continue to ruin your life. So let's do the old flipperoo. There we go. So guys, I'm going to close up this session now pretty soon. and just say thanks to all of you who like and subscribe and watch our YouTube videos. We're definitely going to be putting out some formatted videos that are a little bit more scripted, but they'll still be kind of be done on a live format where we're doing very little editing. It's just us with our true selves, and you can see that's who we are. Uh, Maku is quitting because it's a gift for my BFF Natalie. Huh? Okay. So yeah, will you be doing any filming tonight, baby? Oh, she will. So we'll be on here probably in a couple hours for her mommy loves for the Zumba. And things are still going really good with that. This is Friday here in the Philippines. It's Friday afternoon, just about 2 o'clock. And so, yeah, I started eating this meal just shortly before 1 o'clock. Now I've finished up, delicious meal. I'm satisfied. Guys, you want to be happy? 5 things you need. You got to be satisfied. Whatever you're doing, you have to be satisfied. I can tell you, if you're not doing your tasks, if you're not exercising, if you're not eating healthy, if you're not thinking well of yourself, that self-talk, that little voice inside your head, I can teach you how to do that too. It takes practice. You want a positive self-talk. If you don't think well of yourself, and you don't think well of other people, see, that's 4 things. So you want to be satisfied, you want to be grateful. Keep a gratitude journal. Super easy. Every morning I'm grateful. I just look around the world and I think of all the things I'm grateful for. It's like, wow. For me, life is like a big game. I'm so happy for this life. It's like every day is just enjoyable. Even when I'm feeling crummy, I'm enjoying life. And the way you do that is with your attitude. You just say, an attitude of enthusiasm, curiosity, an attitude of gratitude. So keep a gratitude journal. Start your own YouTube channel, and because I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for my partner. Grateful for her family. Grateful for that swimming pool down there. Grateful for so many things. The earth, the sun. Yeah. It's like, do you need any spiritual beliefs? No need for spiritual beliefs to live a happy life. So that's one of the reasons I'm not have any religion. And of course, for me, there's no evidence of a God. And for me, the universe has always been made of energy and space. And so it's logical that it's come about because energy has always existed. That's just the belief of most scientists. And of course, we can't prove it, but it's probably true. It's just logical. And so, from energy, here we are. Let's enjoy this life. If you want to play it like a game, play it for the win-win situation. You win, and everybody in your life wins. And that's the best way to play the game. And you're not going to feel like a winner if you don't sharpen the saw. So sharpen that saw. Remember, if you're sharpening the saw every day, if you exercise, eat healthy, gratitude journal, do a little reading, a little bit of study, create good relationships, because that's what life's all about, creating those good relationships. That's the game. If you learn to communicate well, create your own YouTube channel. That can be a form of journaling and gratitude journaling and telling the people what you're doing and sharing. So be satisfied, be grateful, love yourself, exercise, diet, meditate, study, love yourself, think well of your friends. We're all in this. we're all in the same shitstorm. Some of us have a little better boats than other people. It's like look at Donald Trump and Elon Musk. They've got a great big yacht, and I think it's sinking. I call it the Titanic. It's I don't know. It's a half a trillion dollar ship, and it's going down fast. So sorry for all those folks that signed up with that ship. Make your own ship. That's what we do. So I've got my own little boat here, and we've got our family in it. We've got a lot of our friends, and we all practice the same thing. So, and then have a good worldview. That's the 5th thing. Have a good worldview. Think well of other people. love yourself with the diet, exercise, meditate, and study. Be grateful, and you will be satisfied. And when you have those 5 things going, you're going to be happy every day. So all you guys can do that. Uh, and I know I did it. And people told me I couldn't. They said, "Oh, you're screwed. You've lost all your money. You lost your family." That was back in the U.S. You know, you've been pretty much ostracized from your family. Your children don't even talk to you, and it's like, it is what it is. You can help people a lot, but if you come from a family of controlling, narcissistic people, when you stop helping them, you're going to get kicked out. Sorry, that's just the way it is. That's life. It's not fair. So you can move on. You can be happy. You can forgive them, and you can move on. And who knows? Maybe you'll end up being super successful. I consider myself very successful, even super successful, because I'm the same age as Oprah Winfrey. And even though she's got billions of dollars, I would say I'm happier. And the reason is because I discovered this magical formula that keeps me happy all the time. And it's not drugs, because if you do drugs, you're going to mess your brain up. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for all of you who subscribed. Any more of you people subscribe, it's going to help the world, because the goal for Jen and myself is to create that world vision where we're all united. Bayanihan here, all working together. That's a Filipino saying, Bayanihan. And we're all working together in harmony, the spirit of growth and happiness and harmony. And that creates a peaceful world, and we can take our differences and work together. And that's uniting the world. That's a wonderful thing. So, yeah, thank you for again watching, liking, subscribing, especially those subscribers out there. And we've got some upcoming videos here very soon. We're going to be at a birthday party, so you'll get to see our mommy loves. And I think this is Friday, baby. What do we got coming up for the weekend? Anything special? We're nothing special, but we'll probably see. Now tomorrow's going to be my fasting day, because I'm fasting on odd days, so it'll be the 15th, and so I'll fast all day. And for any of you who want to keep up with me, be careful. This takes practice. To do what I've done this for 19 years. You can't just start exercising 2 or 3 hours every day and then do the alternate day fasting. You'll be lucky if you can do OMAD. I've been doing OMAD for 4+ years, and so and before that I was doing a lot of intermittent fasting. And again, I don't recommend any more than a 2-day fast, 3 days tops. And I don't recommend 3 days, just 2, because you got to keep your energy up so you can burn the fat. And if you don't keep your energy up, you're not going to be able to burn the fat, because you're not going to have any energy. I know. So thanks again, and namaste. Oh, please like and subscribe too. And boop. Okay.